Good morning, good morning, good morning, and thank you for tuning in to 55 Alive. I'm back at it again. This morning, I'm going to just spend a few moments with you. This is Lupus Awareness Month. As some of you know, I do have SLE lupus. This is an autoimmune disease that attacks the internal organs. Um, it causes all types of issues with the body, mind, and the mind, uh, major organs that will go in and attack. But there are some misconceptions about it. You may see one that has they're doing okay with it. They have it. They've been in the hospital. They've been almost near death. And then there's some that you don't see any signs on the outside, but internally, they are going through a major struggle. So keep in mind when you find out that someone has lupus, be it discord that's dealing with the scalp, the skin area, regardless of what type of autoimmune it is, you have to be mindful that this can be very traumatic, and also it can cause mental health issues as well. Okay, the stress of dealing with your diagnosis, dealing with what you're facing from day to day, it can cause some very uh, it can work on your mind. It can work on your mind. So I wanted to stop by this morning because it is Lupus Awareness Month, but it is also Mental Health Awareness Month. Now, you may know someone that has dealt with mental health issues, or you perceive that they had some issues. You would say things like, boy, they're losing their mind. Something is going on with them. And you know what? You may be absolutely right. But when we are not aware of mental health and how we deal with it, or we'll make those assumptions. Now, this is my what I like to bring to you today. Many African Americans will not seek out professional services. Professional services. And yes, you see me scratching. I got to spray my lawn for mosquitoes. But will not seek professional services because of the stigma that goes along with it. Okay? Because of the stigma. We will mask it. We will, totally deny that we're having these issues. We can work for years. We can retire from a job having masked our mental health issues. Okay? Not knowing how to talk with anyone. So we internalize it. We try to doctor it up. You find some, and yes, they're in the church. They're preachers. They're evangelists. They're teachers. They preach hard on Sunday, and they go to the prison on Wednesdays, and they go to the nursing home on Saturdays. And then when they come home from the busyness of the ministry, from the busyness of their work, they're struggling with their own issues of mental health. They've prayed it out. They've cast it out. They've gone through all this. They've even self-medicated. They may take a little wine for the stomach's sake, as they say, for the stomach's sake. Take a little wine, smoke a little pot. Now it's medical marijuana. If you are bold enough to go and get that medical marijuana card, if that's what you feel you need, if all that you're doing has not brought you the peace of mind, I strongly advise, strongly suggest that you seek additional help. Now, I love gardening, and gardening is something that brings me great peace. If I can get out here early in the morning, you can hear the birds chirping. If I can come out where just the atmosphere, it's all about the atmosphere. In with lupus and mental health, I won't say they go hand in hand, but lupus patients um, deal with these issues. So you have to seek some professional counseling. Uh, I speak with my doctors. I have several doctors that I go to and I talk with. These doctors are helping me maintain my my um, my system. so that it doesn't shut down, that the disease does not overtake itself. So I was advised to come off of one of the medications. She said, you've been on that too long. I said, I'm in a continual flare. Each time I come off, it goes back, and I'm in this chronic situation, this pain that, I'm not able to function. So I did. I came off for 2 weeks. Well, I began to wean myself off until I was completely off, and it was about 2 weeks. And I had to go back on. I said, why am I suffering through this pain? When I don't have to. But under the advisement of my rheumatologist, I did. So I went back and I just kind of slowly put myself back on the medication because it was becoming unbearable, literally unbearable. Okay. On top of being a caregiver for my mother, when your system is not as it should be, when you're going through these flares, you can barely help yourself, yet alone someone else. So I just wanted to stop by and give you a little, uh, not really update, but just talk about this month. This month, ironically, the month of May is both Lupus Awareness Month and also Mental Health Awareness Month. Don't be afraid. Let's talk about it. Many of us in the church, we deal with these issues, and we take, like I said, we self-medicate. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to tell anyone about it because, hey, we are evangelists. We are the pastor. We are the teacher. We are the preacher. We're the deacon, the missionary. We have all these titles. We yet struggle, and we try to put these demands on people, but we yet struggle. So what do you do when you have when you are a person of faith, but you yet struggle with your mental health? Now, I'm not saying, now they're different. When I say mental health, that encompasses a lot. So there's bipolarism, there's schizophrenia, there's depression is a part of mental health. I'm quite sure there are many others, but those just to name a few. So what do you do when you are faced with these challenges while you are in the ministry and you've prayed, you've called your prayer partner, you've called on Jesus, you've called on the name of the Lord, and you'll get a form of relief for the moment. You'll get a form of relief for the moment, but you begin to have these issues coming up again. Anxiety, yes, that's a part of mental health. Anxiety, it can become crippling. I told my husband not too long ago, I said, honey, all of a sudden I had this overwhelming sense of anxiety. It just came from out of nowhere. I said, okay, you need to take more time to rest. There was a lot of things that were going on. And I said, you need to take some time to rest. So I just stepped back from everything and just kind of put my feet up just to kind of woosah. Yes, we pray without ceasing. We continue to pray when we can. What happens when you can't pray? What happens when you can't utter a word? What happens when you cannot call that one somebody that you can trust to say, this is what I'm struggling with? Seek that professional help. Go get it. Doesn't matter what anyone says, because listen, this is about your health, your well-being, making you whole. Okay? And we've been so caught up on what people will say, what people will think. I had a brother who's gone on mental health issues. He died from that. My sister-in-law, mental health issues. She died from that. Come on. Many family members have been plagued by this, and they will not talk because of what they fear people are saying. I have a cousin right now. She's in a facility, and when I talked with her before she went in, she said she didn't want to come to the reunion because of what people may say. And she said she's not judged by her congregation. And I said, no one will judge you. No one will judge you. We'll love you. We'll love on you. We'll try to understand what it is that you're going through. You see, people with mental health issues, they need compassion. They need understanding. They need people that can be empathetic with what they're going through, Okay, helping them to navigate, helping them to just kind of get through that hurdle. Once they're through that hurdle there and the medication is leveled out, they're able to live a normal life. You would never know who has the condition because they are treating it like they should. Okay? They didn't come off all of their medications. I'm going to come off every medication. I'm going to trust the Lord with all my heart. I'm not going to lean to my own understanding. I'm going to acknowledge him in all of my ways. And he's going to direct my path. Yes, you're going to have that kind of faith. But you better know this. If you're struggling, you better get to the physician. Get the help. Find someone that you can speak with that will not be judgeful, that will not be critical, that will allow you to express yourself, that will allow you to open up and say, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm struggling with. I'm going to tell you something. I used to prepare for services and I would preach and just under the anointing, the power of God, lay hands on people. Yes, they were delivered, set free. And I would go home. I would come home and say, okay, God, I need you to restore me. I need you to refill me because after ministering to many, you become depleted. You're depleted. You're depleted. So I would have to come home and say, God, now I have no one that can help restore me, help build me. I need you. And he would come in and restore. Was it always instant? No, not always. Was the struggle real? It's still real. Come on, let's talk about being for real. We have a lot of masks in the church. We have a lot of masks in the world. But I like to keep it plain. I like to keep it straight. Let's keep things real. Okay, so if you have a loved one today, if you have children that are going through issues, come on, don't kid about it. Let's not take it lightly. Okay, let's not hide it. Let's not be so afraid to talk about it. The world now is talking about mental health, and it seems like it takes someone with the superstar status to bring it to the forefront, especially for African Americans. Okay, but I'm just a normal person that says mental health issues are real. You know, I want to go down and find my brother. I don't know where he is, and he has issues, but he is a prolific writer. He's a poet. He has his poems that have been published by the National Library of Congress. He's been published. So he's most people with mental health issues are genius. They're on that level of genius. So if you see someone on the street that are just there, you don't know what their struggles are. You don't know what they're going through. Don't be so quick to judge. If you're not the one that can help, try to find someone that can. Until next time, this is 55 Alive. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you have a blessed day. Know that this is not the end. This is only the beginning. You choose this day how you will serve the Lord. Until next time, peace. I'm out.